Broadcasting live from Banjul. This is the news at 2200 hours with me, Fatima Tassise, and in our top stories, the President, His Excellency Adama Barrow, leaves for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where he is expected to perform the Hajj. And Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency officially opens this year's Tobaski ram sales ahead of Eid festivities. And the supporters of Angola's ruling MPLA party celebrate the victory of their candidate in the country's presidential polls. And the United Nations Security Council urges warring parties in the South Sudan conflict to do more in ending the conflict. These plus other stories will come up in just a moment. Stay tuned. And His Excellency President of the Republic of the Gambia, Adama Barrow, accompanied by a high-powered delegation, early Sunday morning left for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to perform Islam's fifth pillar, the Hajj. The President was seen off at the Banjul International Airport by the overseer of the Office of the Vice President, Ajay Fatoumata Jallow Tambajang, Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service, Service Chiefs, amongst a host of senior government officials. Upon mounting a guard of honor, President Barrow observed the usual formalities before boarding his flight to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where he and delegation expected to join millions of Muslim faithfuls around the world to perform this year's Hajj. And several ram traders Saturday took part in a ram show at the premises of the Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency in Abuko, as we hear this report by Khadija Tujwara. The show marks the official opening of this year's Tobaski ram sale.
The program was attended by government officials, livestock dealers and consumers. Speaking at the event, the overseer of the Office of the Vice President, Fatoumata Jallow Tambajang, said small ruminant rearing is one of the major sources of income for rural farmers and contributes significantly to the welfare of rural families.
In the Gambia, the level of commercialization of small ruminants is higher than that of cattle and semi-intensive sheep fattening schemes targeting Tobaski. Markets are important, therefore, major and also recognition of the importance of the livestock sector. However, despite these positive attributes to the production system, it is estimated that over 70% of our small ruminant slaughter stock is imported annually and even much more for cattle. This is a cause for concern for my government, which requires our collective efforts to revise the trend.
She noted that government will create a liberal market for livestock value chain actors to operate at any stage of the value chain. The Minister of Agriculture, Omar A. Jallow, said livestock production provides protein-rich food, generates income and employment.
Livestock sector contributes about 10% of GDP and 40% to the annual overall agricultural GDP. Therefore, livestock plays a very important and crucial role in rural development and rural economic development.
Jallow said the ram show was an opportunity for interested breeders to access quality and healthy breeds. The Chairman, Board of Directors, Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency, Dr. Dennis Kerriol, said the show promotes livestock marketing to meet the high demand for rams for the Tobaski feast.
To sustain the momentum already built, Gilmer and his partners will never relent to stage this annual event with renewed vigor and enthusiasm, which will be preceded by at least 2 regional events all geared to the attainment of the following objectives: to promote public-private partnership in the area of livestock production and marketing, to enhance the marketing of rams by our local producers to meet the high demand for Tubaski.
Reporting for GRTS News, I am Khadija Tujuara.
And the West Coast Region Youth Committee with its partners on Sunday commemorated International Youth Day held at the Gambia College campus in Brikama. The celebration had the theme Youth Building Peace, and Educator reports International
Youth Day is celebrated on the 12th of August every year. The purpose of the day is to draw attention to a given set of cultural issues affecting youth. The main celebrations marking the day was held in the West Coast region settlement of Brikama and was attended by youths from across the region and beyond.
You must endeavor to respect the education that you are in so that you will not be seen as tools to be used and dumped and eventually used whenever somebody needs you. But you will be masters of your own destination, who will be able to decide what directions to take.
The governor of the West Coast region, Ibrahim Ambalo, directed on the team Youth Building Peace.
Peace is the only tool that will ensure that we develop as a country, and driving forces to attaining peace and development is the youth thought. Your role is therefore very significant, and your involvement in the affairs of the state will undoubtedly help us to develop as a vibrant nation.
Lamin Dabo is the Executive Director of National Youth Council. His office organizes and coordinates youth programs, policies, and provide guidelines for the orientation of youth organizations with the view to harmonizing various youth operations in the Gambia. He indicated that no country can develop without the active involvement of high young people.
We want to reflect on how far we have gone and, of course, what challenges lies ahead. But we also want to use this day to continue to appreciate the efforts of all actors and stakeholders who continue to champion the cause of young people and support us in ensuring that we do not only maintain our dignity, but we are able to contribute our part effectively towards national development.
The manager of Sama Cairo Federation, on behalf of the Child Fund and its affiliated bodies, Idrissa Cham, also urged youth to be peacemakers in their various communities.
You, the youth, you are the most important sector and the most important segment in the life of every nation or family. Your partake in ensuring peace is for the sustenance of the nation and the world at large.
For the Gambia, we don't have gold, we don't have diamond, we don't have silver, we don't have petrol, but we are endowed with peace. Nothing on earth is valuable without peace. Everything is threatened when the peace is at stake.
The past few days have seen a string of activities marking International Youth Day. The mode of celebrations and the organizers may be varied, but one thing has been resonating. Young people of the country, on whose shoulders the development of this country hinges on, must assume the driver's seat in the advancement of their welfare.
Bridge the gap between the black and the white. If this recipe with ignite, abide by aside, beside, inside and outside, in peace, will forever reside.
Aissatou Jada, GRTS.
And also a similar celebration was organized by the Global Youth Innovation Network Gambia chapter and the Kaponga Association of Bullock and other partners. The event was held at Funyi Bullock, West Coast region, and was attended by young people, elders and other dignitaries from other regions. Saidu Kamar has more in this report.
A memorable day for Gambia and the people of Bullock as they convert to commemorate the celebration of the International Youth Day and also to inaugurate the community's newly rehabilitated market. Various speakers highlighted the project's significance at the market's handed over event. They include the former National Assembly member for Fonyi Prefect Binta Linjajo. The former parliamentarian said the rehabilitated market will help women conduct business and trading activities at all times, including the rainy seasons. Whilst underlining the significance of International Youth Day celebration, Kaponga Association President Ibrahim Sonko thanked all patrons who supported the market rehabilitated scheme.
Kaponga Youth Development Association is an association, a community-based association. An association that is here to unite the youth, mobilize resources, engage in community activities and community work. We in forestry believe that no trees, no life. Because Gambia, 85% of our population are farmers, and then we all depend on rains. And then you know that with rains, without more trees, there will be no rain.
Mohamed Idris Ndiaye, Executive Director of Global Youth Innovations Network, said their priorities is rural development.
We work with rural youth to support them, to improve their living standards through their own initiatives. And it is through their initiative that today we are handing over Bloc Kaponga Youth Development Association market to the women and youth of the place.
And this is a very big plus. And I would not say this without thanking Dean, with whose help and with the National Youth Council and some of the couple members, we were able to put up this structure. It's not up to standard, but it's a place where our women can use to sell their products.
National Youth Council Chairperson Dembo Kambi advised young people to continue nurturing peace-building initiative, noting that without peace, nothing can be achieved. Kambi called on the Gambia government to look into the welfare of the country's youths.
There is growing recognition that as agents of change, young people are critical actors in conflict prevention, sustaining peace. International Youth Day 2017 is dedicated to celebrating young people's contribution to conflict prevention and transformation, as well as inclusion, social justice, and sustainable peace.
Other speakers such as Ismail Abaji, Councillor Block Ward, Kemo Fati of Green Initiative, and District Chief Alhaji Dunkun Kamara all emphasized the importance of the International Youth Day celebration. The newly rehabilitated markets ready for use, and the women of Blood are free from worry, such as how to access the market during rains. Saidu Kamara, GRTS News.
Meanwhile, members of the Jara Baro Kunda Youth Development Association over the weekend embarked on a massive tree planting exercise at the eastern and the western entrance of the village. The exercise saw the planting of hundreds of trees, including timber, mahogany, and fruit trees such as mango, have brought together members of the association and other volunteers. Suma Jadama reports.
The tree planting exercise, according to the organizers, have been driven by the level of environmental damages as a result of bad farming practices through indiscriminate falling down of trees. Negative cutting down of trees is grossly undermining sustainable agriculture and development activities in the country, and the situation in Jara Baro Kunda is not an exception.
You recall back in the last 5-15 years ago, if you came here in our childhood days, it was very hard to come around this end. Once you came here, you just stop at this end, you just take your firewood and you go home. But now, look at the natural vegetation. It fades away. The Barokunda Youth Development Association deemed it necessary at this juncture we embark on a tree planting exercise.
Growing and replacement of trees can play a crucial role against climate change and regulations of the impacts of storms, floods, and the harboring of biologically diverse ecosystems. It also provides income and security to forest-dependent population.
Without trees, no survival. And with trees, life will be very good. Because if you can imagine, some years ago, there were a lot of mora trees here. All those mora trees are already been disappeared. So in order for us to regenerate them again, it means we have to embark on tree planting exercise. Already, my able director has created species of different kinds of trees, whereby we are come here. So that alone is a very big achievement.
The importance of trees cannot be overemphasized, because trees, they are, they give life. They provide, shelter for us, and people sit under their canopies. When it comes to shade, Trees are also used for consumption. You have what we call fruit trees. We use them for consumption. Trees are also used as windbreakers during heavy winds. So the importance of trees can be overemphasized.
The Chairperson Village Development Committee funding Barrow and Jankonja, a representative of Governor LRR, enjoin the inhabitants to jealously protect and monitor the sustainability of the planted trees. The duo has also advised hunters, herders, and other forest users to refrain from the usage of fire in the bushy areas. Meanwhile, in a similar but separate environmental engagement, GRTS has also witnessed the separation of identical trees, not because of death or migration, but as a result of the Saturday morning heavy downpour, which has severely threatened the houses of Seni and Sanadago of Jara Barokunda. The twin and their families have unwillingly temporarily migrated to two different locations, while the only pit latrine in the household of one Tamba Sise, Arrive Senagu Baro, was drastically destroyed by the Saturday heavy downpour. The scene was visited by the National Assembly member of Jara East, Honorable Seni Ture. The affected families are appealing for an immediate disaster response support. Suma Jadamo, reporting for GRTS.
And still on youth matters, students that benefited from the Jurarim Organization for Youth Excellence have met with the members of Joy to celebrate their achievements. Janke Jul has the rest of the story.
These students have benefited from Jurarim Organization for Youth Excellence Scholarship. The 24 beneficiaries have completed their senior secondary education with the help from the organization.
Jurarim Organization for Youth Excellence, JOY, is a charitable organization that was founded by Mr. Alfie Jurarim on the 23rd of March in 2011 in the USA and registered in the Gambia in 2012. Alfie is a US citizen of Gambian descent who has not forgotten his roots and has decided to give back to the youth of the Gambia through this organization called JOY.
The primary objective of JOY is to promote youth excellence by providing an enabling environment for the empowerment of underprivileged youth in developing countries.
Our philosophy is that through education, proper nutrition and care, children are able to realize and harness their full potential within their communities. JOY does this by providing the children and their communities with the following basic necessities: educational material and resources.
The Executive Director, Education Program, JOY Gambia, Matthew A. Gomez, said JOY is currently sponsoring more than 250 students in 21 schools in the Gambia.
In trying to achieve these primary aims, I am proud to pronounce to you that out of 50 students graduate from grade 12 from year 2013 to 2017 and now studying in tertiary institutions such as University of the Gambia, NDI, Gambia College, just to mention a few.
Guest speakers Mamadou Sabali and Mr. Barker urge the students to make best use of their education.
How do we get to joy? First, you need a sense of purpose. You need to build the culture of persistence. And the alpha and the omega of all of it, one word, faith. You have to have faith.
When we look at our education sector, this is the most important pillar of our economic development. When we talk about Gambia being one of the most developed countries in the next few years, or when we talk about a vision for our country, a vision of development, a vision of improving the livelihoods of people, education plays an important role in that. And I myself am a demonstration of that.
It is hopeful that the students will nurture the knowledge gained over the years and contribute meaningfully towards the development of the country. For GRTS News, I am Jaketura.
And coming up next is News and Sports right after this break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The National Assembly member for Talinding constituency has presented a check for 24,000 to the Serekunda East Sports Development Organization, and the money is for the payment of registration fees for 8 teams from Talinding. Modu Lamin Sane reports.
This gesture is meant to help 8 football teams to complete their registration for CESCO 2017 Northern season.
In many countries around the world, when you talk about the gross domestic product, that is the national wealth, you can see that football contributes to it. And I think this is the developmental aspiration of the country. Honorable Jawara, you are beginning where it's a start. The life journey of a footballer starts from the grassroots level. So coming to support you at the grassroots level speaks volume. It shows what sort of person the National Assembly member is.
Benefiting from such a support is the first of its kind for these teams in Talinding. This, according to the National Assembly member of the area, forms part of her efforts in promoting the welfare of the youth in her constituency.
Football can also serve as a major source of employment for our youth. If it is given the proper support by all the parties concerned, I therefore implore the Ministry of Youth and Sport to work closely with our national federation and give sport in general the right investment. This, in my opinion, will help more job opportunities for our youth.
We are so pleased as a committee, as a new committee, being ushered just 3 weeks ago and receiving the first gesture from an honorable member saying that I'm going to be responsible for all the teams in Talinding their registration. To begin enough, we are all members of teams in Talinding, but we have been toiling for even making contributions to be able to foot this bill so that we can pay our contribution for our various teams.
It is a timely intervention for teams that benefit from the gesture as they prepare to take part in this year's Northern.
Definitely it's going to motivate us a lot. Maybe the 24,000 will be small on her side, but to us 24,000 is very big, because combining these 8 teams together, you give them 24,000 check. Definitely it's a plus, and definitely it motivates us a lot, because we'll take it from there, and see how we're going to fix the rest of the logistic arrangements for the coming season.
With this intervention, these teams are expected to compete in the Northern and help to unify the youths of the community. For GRTS Sports, this is Modlabin Sane.
And also the Gambia's first professional Taekwondo school has been opened on Saturday in Fajara. The facility, funded by an Equatorial Guinean national and expert in Taekwondo, is furnished and equipped with the latest Taekwondo training gears, and we have more in this report. Taekwondo, a martial arts sport, is gaining momentum in the Gambia, and thus the opening of its first ever school in the country, dubbed Professional Taekwondo Gambia. The event, which is characterized by head height and spinning kicks as well as jumping through the use of the leg, hand and head, is meant to equip people with self-defense skills. And the establishment of the school, as Master Fernando Abba Edjang, the sponsor, highlighted, is anchored on strengthening the philosophy of Taekwondo in the Gambia.
When we talk about Taekwondo here, it's like you're going to fight somebody, and it's something much deeper. Like you've seen some of these things. There's a deep philosophical dimension to it, which sometimes you kind of leave behind, but it's part of it. If you do Taekwondo and this philosophical part is not there, you're just a street fighter.
Master Fernando, while hopeful that the activity with joint efforts will expand and provide proper coaching for participants, his counterparts, Master Nazirumbai and Ibrahim C., both Senegalese nationals and experts in Taekwondo, are optimistic that the school will immensely contribute in grooming professionals in the game. The Joe pledged their support in providing expertise for the school. The president of the Gambia Taekwondo Association, Adama Samba, highlighted the significance of the event on the physical and the mental well-being of individuals.
The amount of equipment he has here, and his talent and passion and dedication to Taekwondo Within 2 years, he's promised that definitely we will have medals for the Gambia.
The school, he added, will provide the necessary skills and techniques required in the game. A representative from the National Sports Council, Abdullah Bojang, welcomed the move, stating that the initiative will broaden the scope of sporting activities in the country.
When we say association, we want to see association moving ahead. An association is also important, but more importantly, what government is looking is the athlete. So I know what you creating all these things so that Gambians can go and, showcase the talents that they have and train more.
He assured officials of his office's continued support at all times. The event also witnessed the exhibition of Taekwondo training gears, the launching of the school's official website, and a spectacular showcase of Taekwondo skills and techniques by athletes of the Gambia Taekwondo Association and experts from Senegal. GRTS Sports. That takes us to another break. The international story is up next. You stay tuned. Welcome back, and supporters of Angola's ruling party are already celebrating. Official results aren't out yet following Wednesday's elections, but with nearly all the votes counted, it looks like the ruling MPLA are set for victory. CGTN's Anglo Coppola reports from Luanda.
What is also a concern, especially since it appears that the national results were released before the city and regional results were tallied. That's according to 7 members of the National Electoral Commission.
No, not this time. I don't believe the results because most of the Rwandan youth voted for opposition political parties. As the youth from Angola, we don't believe the results from CNE. Most of them voted for different political parties.
There's a long history of mistrust of the Electoral Commission.
We are not glad to hear the result coming from CNE because CNE is giving us a false details about the result coming from elections. As young we hope more development in this country. You can see that the road is not paved. There is a lot of rubbish in this area. That's why we want the new government to change up the problem we're facing.
Not everyone agrees. MPLA supporters are backing the Electoral Commission.
I believe the result coming from CNA because I have got the evidence that CNA made a good job.
Once these official results are released, not everyone believes it will be business as usual.
I believe MPLA will do a good job because the opponent political party, they are always behind them and they will show them that we in the power and we need to change this country.
About the youth and the youngsters, those who can vote have voted. These kids here are going to be the beneficiaries otherwise of what's going to happen with the ruling party. And while the vote count is still disputed, there's no question that these people need help. I'm Angelo Coppola for CGTN in Luanda, Angola.
Let's move on to South Sudan now, because the killing of an American journalist in there comes just days after a UN Security Council briefing on the country, with the UN trying to put pressure on authorities in the country to show genuine commitment to peace. This past Friday marked 2 years since the signing of the peace agreement, but little has been done to implement that despite government assurances. CGTN's UN correspondent Lillian Tan reports from New York.
Those responsible for stopping the ongoing conflict in South Sudan can be the very same people to resolve it. According to the UN's Assistant Secretary General for Peacekeeping, Augustin Wayne, referring to the political rivals, President Salva Kiir and Rebel leader Riek Machar.
The conflict in South Sudan is a man-made conflict for which the leaders of South Sudan bear a responsibility, a direct conflict. The direct economic situation and continued conflict in the country have combined to create a dangerous and precarious situation for its citizens. But the same leaders can also bring the country back from the impending abyss.
All that is needed, he said, is genuine political will to stop military operations, negotiate peacefully, and make compromises necessary for long-term peace. But that peace still remains elusive, according to the chair of the agency that monitors the implementation of a key peace agreement reached in 2015.
2 years on, since the signing of the peace agreement, there has been little meaningful progress in its implementation. Since July 2016, we as women have remained profoundly shocked by the rampant hostilities across the country and the rapid deterioration of the political, security, humanitarian and economic situation in South Sudan.
Efforts by the UN to mediate and help manage the fighting has made little progress. The UN mission in South Sudan, known as UNMISS, continues to struggle to carry out its mandate to protect civilians, while the deployment of a regional protection force authorized by the Security Council a year ago has repeatedly been delayed. So far, only the Nepalese High Readiness Contingent has fully deployed, while the Bangladeshi construction contingent is only partially in position. An infantry battalion from Rwanda has just started to arrive, while Ethiopian troops are due soon. There has also been contention between UNMISS and the government over the Regional Protection Force's mandate to protect Juba International Airport. Leading Tan, CGTN, New York.
And that wraps up this edition of the news. But before we go, a recap of the top stories once again. The President's Excellency Adama Barrow left for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where he is expected to perform the Hajj. And the Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency is officially opened. This is to boost ram sales ahead of the Eid festivities. And elsewhere, supporters of Angola's ruling MPLA party are celebrating their victory of their candidate in the country's presidential polls. And the United Nations Security Council has urged warring parties in the South Sudan conflict to do more in ending the conflict. And that was all in this edition of the News at 10 with me, Fatima Tassise. Thank you for joining us and keep watching GRTS.